welcome to the media conference for the 62nd CANUSA Games. Great to see so many familiar faces and supporters here today. My name's Rick Samprin from Global News Radio 900 CHML, and it's my pleasure to be your MC for this afternoon. To get us started, I'd like to acknowledge some special guests. The mayor's running just a wee bit late, so if he does come in, we're going to invite him to say some remarks. But representing the city of Hamilton is Chris Herstedt. Chris, come up to the stage, please. Come on up.
Well, thanks everyone. It's a big year for recreation. It's hard to believe, but we're celebrating our 110th anniversary of our SUPE program. So well over 100 years we've been supporting both recreation and sport within this community. And with that, we support the CANUSA Games for the last 62 years. I want to share a story about how the CANUSA Games has not only inspired folks here in Hamilton and Flint, but also folks on the East Coast. In 1967, the recreation director for the city of Riverview, New Brunswick, went to a recreation conference in Montreal. And at that conference in Montreal, he learned about the CANUSA Games that Hamilton and Flint have been competing on. He fell in love with that story so much that he went back to his hometown and convinced the local mayor and councillors to begin a program the same as that. He sent letters all over northeastern America, hoping to find a host community that could support this. And at the end of 1967, the recreation director from Brewer, Massachusetts, gave him a call and said, "We're in." And that's when the CANUSA East Board began. Unfortunately, it only lasted 26 years. And although the idea was born out of this games, it is a testament to all the volunteers and the organizers of this great sport, of how they were able to inspire, but also to have this games last as long as it has. So on behalf of the Recreation Division and all our employees, I'd just like to say good luck and thanks a lot for the volunteers.
Thank you, Chris. I'd like to bring up Greg Mills, the president of CANUSA Games Hamilton. Greg has a long-standing history with the CANUSA Games. He was a volleyball athlete, a coach, coordinator before taking his place with the board many moons ago. Greg is a CANUSA lifer and still has many friends in Flint from his participant years. Let's bring in Greg Mills. Greg?
Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us today. I would like to thank the media outlets that have shown up today and the personalities that are here. It's through you that we're able to get the message of the CANUSA Games out to our community. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the city representatives that are here today. If it's not clear already, I want to stress to you how important our relationship is to the Games. You provide us with the facilities, funds, and an incredible wealth of resources to call upon. It's not without you that this partnership has lasted for 62 years. And to our other sponsors, Global News Radio 900 CHML, Y108 Energy 95.3, the Keg Steakhouse and Bar, TransCanada, Hamilton Athletic Trust, CHML Children's Fund, Walmart, CHCH, and 2gen.net. I give a truly heartfelt thank you. We find that very little is free anymore, and you help us keep this running smoothly. And I can't speak of things running smoothly without acknowledging our dedicated office staff. You do everything from organizing our annual fundraising golf tournament to dealing with the hundreds of questions that will come into the office this summer. Trust me, you'll find that out. I would also like to thank our volunteer coordinators, coaches, and board of directors. You graciously give your time year in and year out. Anyone who volunteers knows that sometimes your efforts go unnoticed. It's a true blessing we have you. And from our friends across the border, I would like to pass along greetings from Flint, Michigan. I can tell you that they're excited to host all of us for a weekend of sport and fellowship once again. Finally, I want you all to remember what our mission statement is: experience the friendship. Without the youth of this city coming out to play each year, we simply wouldn't be here. So I want to thank the parents and the families of every participant we've had and will have for allowing their children the chance to experience the amazing thing that the CANUSA Games are. We truly thank you. Now, let's get ready for another amazing CANUSA weekend.
All right, so let's learn about the CANUSA Games weekend. Athletes from Hamilton are going to be going on a road trip this year to Michigan's Genesee County. And they'll be hosting August 9th to the 11th, be continuing the celebration that has existed over 6 decades of friendship and competition between the cities of Hamilton and Flint. The CANUSA Torch Send-Off. Join us on Wednesday, August the 7th, 9 a.m. sharp, in the courtyard in front of Hamilton City Hall on Main Street for the send-off of our Torch Run. The Hamilton Hammerheads, led by Matt Reed, will supply runners and cyclists for the trek to Flint, and on Friday, August the 9th, they'll be met by a welcoming motorcade at the Flint city limits and make their way to the opening ceremonies at Atwood Stadium on the Kettering University campus to light the torch to symbolize the start of the 62nd CANUSA Games. Departure to Flint. This is always exciting. The buses will depart from Mohawk College parking lot on Friday, August the 9th at around 8 a.m. Athletes are asked to arrive at 7:30 a.m. to get ready for departure and have border documentation verified by CANUSA officials. The arrival in Flint, so we are hoping, fingers crossed, that the buses will have a smooth crossing into the Port Huron-Sarnia border. No construction delays on the highway. That's always a unique scenario. We have some Hamilton board members traveling to Flint on July the 22nd for their fundraising golf tournament, so they'll be able to scout out the route and give us a heads up on whether there's going to be any traffic-related delays. Buses are expected to arrive at Atwood Stadium in time for the opening ceremonies at 1 p.m. Speaking of the opening ceremonies, many dignitaries and Flint Organizing Committee members are going to welcome all athletes, and the athlete oath will be read with the crowd. The parade of athletes from both cities is usually a sight to see, very exciting. The highlight, of course, is the arrival of the CANUSA Torch to officially open the games. Housing and billeting, always a question mark, or maybe some exciting questions from some of the athletes. CANUSA is all about building friendship. So immediately following the opening ceremonies, Flint athletes will meet their Hamilton athletes / families. They'll be housed or billeted with their families for the weekend. Many Flint host families are graciously opening up their homes, as we do here, for the weekend and adopting our Hamilton athletes for the 46-hour friendship tournament. Now, there is a new twist this year. There's a modified billeting program which has athletes matched up with their host for Friday activities, but then the Hamilton athlete can choose to sleep with their parents in the Flint hotel, and then the athletes can then return to their host care for Saturday's competition and leisure activities. And yes, that's some of the sounds, I'm sure, from the torch run from years gone by. Once billeting is complete, I was thinking the parade was coming in. Once billeting is complete and luggage is all collected, many will proceed to their sports sites for practices or to start in the friendly competitions. The competitions, there's 14 of them this year, starting in the afternoon of Friday, August the 9th, with sports such as baseball, basketball, bowling, hockey, soccer, swimming, track and field, and volleyball getting underway at venues throughout the greater Genesee County. Competitions continuing, of course, on Saturday, August the 10th, in the sports just mentioned, plus darts, golf, pickleball, and skeet also get underway. Gymnastics has returned this summer, with our athletes excited to be back for that competition. Pickleball has indeed survived the 2-year introductory status of an introductory sport and now has a spot in the overall tally count. So our pickleballers, I guess is what they're called, are going to be raring to go and scoring points for Team Hamilton. Welcome back to sport of judo as well, which is making a comeback. It's been on hiatus since 1976. Athletes, when not participating or competing in events, are going to be participating in a lot of other activities organized by their host families. These include team barbecues, pool parties, picnics, shopping, and other attractions and activities throughout the city. We're still looking for more athletes, so come play for Team Hamilton. Spots are still available in baseball, boys and girls basketball, boys and girls soccer, and track and field teams. So check out the sports information on our website or contact our office, canusa@hamilton.ca, for more information. Experience the friendship is the motto, because you will have a fantastic weekend. The Mayor's Competition is back again. It's a long-standing tradition in the Games, as it's a friendly competition between representatives from each city in a sport of the host city's choosing, and we're confident that Mayor Fred Eisenberger's ability in whatever the activity is chosen will be to his strength. We all know that he is the pickleball champion of the world, and he's not to be reckoned with, so that's a good sign. So if it's pickleball, we got him. The competition usually takes place Saturday at 9:30 in the morning. the schedule of events and the venue map. So for full details about everything that's happening on the CANUSA weekend, visit CANUSA's website, www.canusagames.com. You can also follow on social media as well, on Facebook, CANUSA Games-Hamilton, on Instagram, @CANUSA Games, and on Twitter, @CANUSA Hamilton. The closing ceremonies and departure for Hamilton. So the closing ceremonies back at Atwood Stadium, 701 University Avenue on the Kettering University campus. The closing ceremonies and team awards will begin at 9 a.m. on Sunday, August the 11th. The buses are going to be heading to Hamilton's Mohawk College at around 10 a.m. And after a whirlwind of action, 54-hour weekend of fun and games, new friendships made, with many memories, of course, Hamilton parents can expect their athletes' arrival at approximately 1:30 p.m. CANUSA headquarters are going to be open 24 hours a day during the weekend of the games and will be located at the Wingate Inn in Grand Blanc. The CANUSA Media Room will be located at the Wingate Hotel as well. Results are going to be posted throughout the weekend on our website, www.canusagames.com, plus Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Before we get to the athletes, I know Mayor Eisenberger has a tight schedule. Let's bring him on in to bring us greetings from the City of Hamilton. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much, Rick. I didn't know you were starting already, but good for you. CANUSA has always been ambitious to get going and get the games underway, so thank you for continuing CANUSA to organize and all of the volunteers that participate in making these events happen, both in Canada and in Flint, and of course to the KEG for, other than a couple of years, being the location where we always do the grand kickoff here in Hamilton. So I'm delighted to be here. Thank you for your great effort, and look forward to the games. This will be the I'm calculating now 60th or 61st. 62. Okay, my math is really terribly bad then. I did 1958, 2019. Okay, well, whatever. 62 years of kinship and cross-border relationships with Flint, Michigan, and Hamilton has been an outstanding achievement, no matter how you cut it. I don't know that there's anything that has gone on as long as it has anywhere in North America. So congratulations to all of you, and of course, so many athletes. And I get kids, no longer kids. I have adults coming to me and saying, I was a participant in 1963 or 1975 or 1980, and so pleased that CANUSA is still going, and it's going because of great people like all of the volunteers that actually make it happen each and every year. And those are the ones that are now in, what's the color for this year? I'm guessing orange, but I'm confused because I'm seeing burgundy. Participants are yellow, that's obvious, yeah. Green.
Yeah, they're just not ready yet.
Oh, okay. I like the orange, kind of suits my Dutch mentality, but that's okay. So thank you. And Rick, the new voice, or the last few years being the voice of CANUSA here in Hamilton, has been a kind of a welcome addition as well. And so, and to the athletes, some 1,200, both in Hamilton and Flint, are going to be active participants to create not only great sport competition, but to create memories and friendships. And that's really what CANUSA is all about, is that hand of friendship to a community across the border that had some challenges, as we have challenges, but that kinship and that friendliness and that camaraderie continues, and it lands on the memories of these great athletes that are going to make the memories happen. So congratulations to everyone, and I look forward to a great set of games. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Okay, let's introduce the athletes in attendance. We have Michaela Nelson, girls basketball. This is her first trip to Flint, but her second game. So where's Michaela? Hey, Michaela. We have Katie and Kylie Doyle, volleyball players. These sisters are both newbies to CANUSA and excited to go to Flint. Lexi Savor, volleyball player. Lexi has been a Hamilton soccer athlete, a Hamilton track athlete, and this year is old enough to play as a CANUSA volleyball athlete. Where's Lexi? Excellent. Pascal Maga, track. This is his first year of CANUSA, and his dad is an assistant coach. How do you like your dad coaching? Good. Jalen Osei, boys basketball, third generation CANUSA athlete. His uncle is in coach. I'm not sure Jalen is here or not. Oh, there he is. Excellent. We have bowler Devin Manning, 10-year-old second year from WH Ballard. How do you like bowling? It's good. Matthew Bartlett, 9-year-old first year from Viscount Montgomery. Excellent. We have Abby McKenzie, a soccer player, 6th year. Dad is coaching, and she goes to Sir Winston Churchill. And last but certainly not least, Ron Cowan, a golf athlete this year and a past track athlete from many decades ago. I understand 55 years ago.
Actually, it turned out to be 56.
56 years ago. Well, who's counting?
Yeah, not me.
Wow, that's good. What's your handicap?
It's pretty good now.
Okay.
Let's say around 12.
Okay, hey. As long as we beat them, we don't care what the handicap is. All right, special thanks to our CANUSA office staff that have helped make this year possible, from organizing the annual fundraising golf tournament on Thursday, July the 11th. That should be a blast. Organizing the essentials needed for a successful CANUSA Games. There's a lot of work that goes into this. And I think we should offer a round of applause to all the volunteers that make this thing go. It's absolutely tremendous. Special thanks as well to our sport coordinators, coaches, and volunteers for their dedication in running all of our sport tryouts and practices, as well as recruiting athletes in preparation for CANUSA Weekend. And thank you to our volunteer board of directors who've given up copious amounts of your time to keep the games current and enjoyable. All CANUSA volunteers are very much appreciated. For over 62 years now, we have many people that are part of the CANUSA family, and you have done a phenomenal job over the last 6+ decades. Sponsor and partner recognition, I know Greg had a few words, but yeah, the CANUSA Games would like to thank a bunch of community and corporate sponsors for their support in making the 62nd CANUSA Games a success. Special thanks to this great place, the Keg Steakhouse. It looks phenomenal. The revamp has been very popular, obviously, and things are going well. For their warm hospitality and hosting our media day each and every year. Special thanks to managers Lori and Jesse, the wait staff, especially the cooks. Everything was great here today. CANUSA organization very proud to be associated with such great people and community supporters. For more information about this year's games and welcoming athletes from Flint and going to Flint, please go to www.canusagames.com. You can also call 905-546-2424, extension 2537. I'm sure you've memorized that already. After 61 years, the CANUSA scoreboard is Flint 31 wins, Hamilton 26 wins, and 4 ties. So we're going to get number 27, right? Okay, I love the enthusiasm. Check the media package. As long as you bring it on game day, we're good. Check the media package or CANUSA website for details. Also, the list of award winners over the years. Has been many great names over the past years. This concludes the official part of today's media conference. We thank you for coming out today. We have some light snacks that you can enjoy as well. We also invite the media. There's going to be some interviews. You can talk to CANUSA President Greg Mills, CANUSA Media Director Sheila Drury out in the back there, our athletes, coordinators, volunteers, directors in attendance. Everyone is up for grabs. See you at the Hamilton City Hall courtyard on Wednesday, August the 7th, 9 a.m. sharp, to help send off our torch run team. And go Team Hamilton!